it sucks. I know I shouldn't be asking, and I don't want to ask, but I don't have a choice. Luckily, my wife was released on her own regardlances, no R bond. So, guys, if y'all could help me one more time, I would greatly appreciate it. My Cash App and PayPal will be linked below. But guys, I just need your help. We're gonna need, God, at least I know $500 or $600.
I was hurt.
Correct.
I hit my head here. I want to press charges.
Charges. Okay. In reference to what? In reference to what?
I was hurt.
By who?
By that blonde dumb girl.
It was
right
not her.
there.
It was not her.
She hurt me.
Man,
she pushed me.
take a step back. I'm not going to help you if you're yelling at me.
I want that person put in troubles.
Okay.
How do you do the troubles?
I smoke meth because I ain't got no teeth to the front.
Just so you guys know, he's big. I'm big. I'm bigger than everybody I know. But typically, I'm physically bigger than everybody around. Hey, we just met. Can you go ahead and get on the wall, spread your butt cheeks for me?
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
How's it going, man? I'm Officer Garcia with the Mexico State Police. Reason for the traffic stop today. There's no license plate on the vehicle, man.
Yes, the car is my sister.
Okay.
The car is the. Sorry, I got a little English. I said the mechanic right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I got my code for February 14.
Okay.
I got the code yesterday. I got my code. The car is my sister car. I put it in the front, the house. It's aquí en Texas, Coppel. Texas, Coppel y centro. Pero voy para allá. Pero no tengo mi GPS porque mi phone es off.
¿Sí tiene su licencia?
Estoy hablando, gracias. Es lo que tengo mi corte mañana, el día 14.
Ajá.
Con la licencia voy a llevar a mi hermana. Ya tuve la corte ayer con la rosa.
Sí.
Con la licencia. Le estoy dando de mi hermana Carolina Guzmán.
Okay.
Lo estoy llevando a la casa nada más. Es todo lo que está pasando.
Ok. Déjenme correr las cosas, pues. Véngase para acá. Aquí dense el cinturón, acá lo espero. Y ya que todo sabe, ya lo dejo ir, pues, ¿ok?
Okay, sí.
Bueno, véngase, quítese el cinturón.
Es mi carrito de ahí.
¿Qué se metió en la bolsa?
No, revíseme.
¿Qué se metió en la bolsa?
Yo me pongo aquí, yo no tengo nada. Revíseme.
¿Qué es lo que agarró?
No, se cayó el carrito porque me agarré.
Ok, véngase para acá.
Yo no me muevo aquí.
¿Qué es lo que tiene? ¿Qué es lo que sacó de ahí?
No saqué nada, se cayó con la sudadera.
¿No tiene armas, nada que más lastimar, nada de eso? Ok. Espérese aquí, ¿ok?
Sí, claro, yo no tengo.
¿Esa placa de quién es? Ok.
Pero la placa está ahí.
Ok. ¿Qué es aquí? Déjeme revisar unas cosas y ya no sé, ¿ok? Aquí al frente. Póngase acá al frente.
I would normally not even attempt a video like this most of the time. Welcome back, everybody. Yeah, it's in Spanish. Of course, I don't speak Spanish, so I can't help there. And the closed caption is doing its best to pick up on what's being said. And of course, closed caption's not that accurate, but it does get a good part of it. And like I said, I normally wouldn't even mess with this, but because it's on the subject matter that we discussed last week, well, I've discussed it many times on my live streams about the drug problem in this country with the smuggling of fentanyl, and this kind of touches home on that, and you'll see as the video goes on, and also. When this video, as I was watching it, I actually started to feel some empathy for this. He's a Mexican national, and I started to feel some empathy for him from the aspect that this guy has an addiction problem, and I spent about an hour on the phone talking to somebody that knows more about this than I do, to get some insight on it, and I'll discuss that as we get to those scenes. Some of the variables that might be in play here. But anyway, so no tag, no driver, none of that. Totally illegal. And let's just get on with it, and then we'll touch on some of these topics as we go. Again, sorry, it's in Spanish. So if you speak Spanish, you're going to have a lot better time with this. But the closed caption picks up some of it. So bail out if you don't want to have to read the closed caption. All right, let's get back.
247 CENTCOM traffic. I'll be at 25 southbound at the 227 with gray in color Toyota No 28, one occupant present. ¿Sí tiene licencia?
No, es lo que sabes, tengo la corte para el día 14 de febrero. Ayer tuve corte con la jueza.
Ok.
Tengo el carro que llevarlo a la casa de mi hermana. Me dijo que sacara la licencia. Estoy por lo del carro, la registración y por lo de la aseguranza.
Ok.
Ya mi hermana lo puso la registración, ya te sale lo de la aseguranza, creo también. Pues mi hermana lo quiere todo eso. Carolina Guzmán, yo me llamo Omar Enrique Guzmán.
Ok. ¿Cómo se llama usted?
Omar Enrique Guzmán Sagún.
¿Tiene una ID o algo?
No tengo nada, yo fui a la casa de mi hermana. Todos mis papás están en la casa de mi hermana. Pero
Le voy a ser franco porque lo puedo ver y lo vi en el vehículo. ¿Cuánta droga ha consumido hoy? ¿Cuánta fentanyl?
fíjate,
Sí. Ahí está en el asiento de frente.
Yo te estoy hablando lo que es. Puedes hacerme el antidope y si te estoy metiendo, méteme todos los carros que quieras. Apenas lo acabo de compré 3 pastillas, puse en mi papelito y 2 fumadas. Es lo que le he dado.
¿Cuánto ha consumido hoy?
2 fumadas, 3 fumadas máximo.
¿Cuándo los hizo?
Hace como 2 horas.
En ese vehículo hay más drogas que tengo que estar prevenido de.
No hay.
¿Qué es lo que hay en ese vehículo? Hay cocaína, ¿verdad?
No, hay un cachito así de moto que lo puedo mostrar, está en la
De cocaína, ¿verdad? Y luego hay fentanyl. Fentanyl, ¿verdad?
No, nada más de esas pastillas. Si encuentra algo más, usted me puede llevar a remitirme y hacer la autoridad valer como debe de ser.
¿Y qué más hay en el vehículo?
No hay nada que le haga daño, ni que nada más son un cachito de mota así, mi pluma de gas que se acabó y el papelito que tengo con mis 2 pastillas. Esto.
Ok.
Se lo prometo, puede revisar el carro completito.
Ok, muy bien. Dame unos segundos, ¿ok? Quédese aquí, ahí regreso. 247 CENTCOM, 10-4, clear for VIN.
It doesn't help that the video and audio tracks are off, and it's that way from the beginning, and I can't do anything about that. They're off by a couple seconds, which would really drive me crazy, and I would just trash the video. But since most of this is in closed caption, I'm going to tolerate it.
Te doy un cigarro de mitad, la mitad.
¿Mitad?
Sí, como 1.5, pero yo tengo... ¿Tiene el corazón?
¿Qué tiene ahí?
Sí.
No. ¿Qué es lo que...? Sáquelo. Ahí está, ahí lo veo. Sáquelo.
No tengo nada, revíseme.
Sáquelo.
Revíseme.
Voltéese. Póngase para atrás.
Revíseme completo. No, yo estoy cooperando, señor. Estoy cooperando. Por favor, estoy cooperando. Estoy cooperando bien.
Ahí lo vi, ¿dónde lo tiene?
Sí, pero era el cacho de plástico, la verdad.
No. Ahí lo vi. Tiene como unas 30 pastillas.
Yo fumo, soy adicto, pero si quieres, métame ahorita. Yo fumo, no.
Véngase acá.
No, espérame. Espérame. Yo fumo y soy adicto, le estoy diciendo. Pero yo no le estoy diciendo mentiras como tal ya. Yo le estoy demostrando la verdad, la sinceridad mía.
Ok.
Por favor, también, hágame creer. Ya me bajé el pantalón.
Tiene que sacar eso.
Sí, no.
¿Dónde lo aventó?
No, métame el mamá.
Sí lo vio.
Sí, era la pieza de...
¿Cuántas pastillas tiene?
Rompí mi bolsa cuando me fumé mis pastillas. No, revísame completo.
¿Cuántas pastillas tiene?
Amigo. Rompí mi bolsita cuando me fumé mis pastillas ahí, en las que me las dieron.
¿Cuántas pastillas? Ahí lo vi.
Está la otra mitad ahí Está la otra mitad ahí amigo.
Tome un asiento.
Sí.
Tome un asiento.
Amigo, la otra... Sí.
Siéntese.
Sí. La otra mitad de la bolsa está en ese asiento. Fíjate. La otra mitad de la bolsa está en el asiento.
Verbal.
247 CENTCOM.
247.
Male individual that I'll be with is Mexican national, has no DL, no information. When I did advise that he had consumed fentanyl when I made my approach, there was 2 pills on the passenger seat, and then he dropped a baggie of about 10-15 pills. I'll have 10-15 at this time. Can you 10-9? Came in 10-1. Negative.
Mira, por favor.
¿Dónde las aventó? Sí las tiene las pastillas, yo las vi.
Revisa mi vasito de frente, está la otra mitad de bolsa.
Yo las vi.
No, no, te juro que no. Es la mitad de bolsa. La otra mitad de bolsa está en el asiento.
No, yo la vi que la aventó.
No, si usted no me cree, revise el asiento. Si no está la otra mitad de bolsa, si no está la otra mitad de bolsa, usted se lo ve. Si no está la otra mitad de bolsa, señor. Si no está la otra mitad de bolsa,
Aquí está.
Cálela, si usted cree, cálela. No es, te juro que no es. Ahí lo dices.
247 CENTCOM.
Si las tengo son mías. Mi mamá está bien mala, yo soy adicto, se lo juro.
It's going to be northbound, not southbound. Right off of the northbound
Señor. Soy adicto, se lo juro. No sé qué le estoy dejando, sáquemelas. De verdad sí soy adicto, son mis pastillas, porque yo soy adicto, pero yo no lo hago de nada, yo trabajo. Son mías, son las todas, son mías, son mi consumo. 4 mi semana, no tengo más. Ya no tengo, revísenme, espérenme. Perdónenme. Sí. No tengo más, revísenme completo, señor. Es mi consumo. Revísenme completo. Revísenme completo. Yo soy adicto, señor. Yo no soy, no hago daño.
Eso acá.
Por favor.
¿Qué más hay en el vehículo? Porque lo voy a revisar.
Te juro que revísalo, no tengo nada más. Soy adicto nada más.
¿Me da permiso de revisar el vehículo?
Se le doy el permiso, por favor.
Ok.
Señor oficial, ayúdeme, por favor.
Ok.
No más.
Lo voy a ayudar, ¿ok?
Sí.
Pero necesito que hable conmigo sinceramente.
Pero, ¿sabes? Si usted no tiene
¿Qué más
nada,
tiene en ese vehículo?
te lo juro por mi santa madre que está enfermo, que no tengo nada más.
Ok.
Soy adicto.
Yo lo voy a ayudar, pero ¿qué más tiene el vehículo?
No tiene nada. Se lo
¿Nada
juro
más?
por mi santa madre.
Nada más.
Te lo llevo con
Nomás las pastillitas chiquitas, ¿ah?
Esto que fumo yo.
Ok, tome asiento. Ahorita vengo, ¿eh?
Listo.
Yo lo voy a ayudar cuando yo necesite. ¿Cuánto se puede? ¿Necesita una ambulancia?
No necesito nada más.
Ok.
Por favor, que no me encierre.
Ok.
Por favor, no.
Tome asiento.
Oficial, estoy comprando con usted.
Le voy a bajar la ventana, ¿ok? Pero tome asiento.
No por la ventana, no me escriba respeto. Por favor.
Ok, pero
Por favor,
tome asiento. Tome asiento.
por favor, ayúdame.
Tome asiento.
No
¿Ok?
tengo nada.
Vente para adentro. Ok, ahí vengo. ¿Sí me da permiso de revisar el vehículo entonces?
Oficial,
Mande.
me ayuda, por favor. Yo soy adicto. Yo no hago nada.
Ok.
Pero me va a llevar al estado.
Sí, ahorita vamos a ver todo primero, ¿ok? Pero déjeme ver si me da permiso de revisar el vehículo. ¿Sí?
Me va a llevar usted arrestado porque soy drogadicto.
¿Mande?
Me va a llevar usted arrestado porque soy drogadicto, señor.
Lo voy a ayudar a lo que yo pueda ayudarlo,
Pero
¿ok?
me tiene que llevar arrestado, no me lleva arrestado.
Pero necesito saber,
No tengo nada de daño.
necesito saber si... Necesito saber qué más hay en el vehículo.
Nada, sí, ya nada más tengo mis pasos, estaba fumando, se lo juro, y una colita de mota, nada más, es todo un chiquitito.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's obviously addicted. I mean, just look at those eyes. They're so glassed over. He tried to take some of them out of the little bottle he had, plus he had a baggie of them, so he wasn't doing a very good job of disguising it from the officer, and the officer spotted it right off the bat. So as this video goes on, and like I commented earlier, I watched this video. I had some questions, so I made inquiries with somebody that knows this topic way better than me. I know a little bit about this, but anyway, my curiosities were, if the guy's got no source of income, and you know, and he says it's just for his personal use. Having that many pills on him, would that be, feasible? And I've been told, depending on exactly, apparently they come in so many different doses. Some of it's just really strong, some of it isn't, but that he could easily consume a half a dozen pills a day. And to me, that would be an expensive addiction. You'd have to have some source of income or something. Now, he claims that it's for personal use, and you kind of feel sorry for him a little bit because, someone gets into that addiction thing and they just, this is without, well, to put it bluntly, illegal alien. He's a Mexican national, and he has no form of identification on him whatsoever. He's got a bunch of pills on him, fentanyl pills. The officer, is being very, he's being pretty gentle with this guy. And the guy's pleading for help. I mean, he even asked at some point, can you go to the hospital? It's like he's reaching out for help, knowing that he has this bad addiction. Now, at the end of the video, there's a little more to it. So, being curious, the phone call I made, the one thing that was brought up to me was there's a chance that this guy was a mule. Apparently, the best way for the cartels to get the drugs into the country is to have an unlimited supply of drug mules. And he becomes addicted to the fentanyl, and in form of payment, he takes pills. So instead of any transaction taking place like we consider employment, you work, you get paid, and then you go do what you want with your money, he gets paid off with the supply. Now, easy to become an addict if that's the case. And maybe he is, maybe he needs help, doesn't need help off of our dime, but yeah, not a good situation for this fellow. You can feel a little bit sorry for him from a human standpoint, that the man's got an addiction, and that touches me. Those that know me know that that's a topic that I often talk about, the problem with addiction in this country. And I'm going to play a little video that kind of touches on that here in a minute. Just a little excerpt I'm going to throw in here. But anyway, yeah, not good. Well, when we get to it, you'll see. It's pretty interesting. Again, I get it. This may not be a video for you. You got to kind of go off the closed caption or understand Spanish, but it still has enough content to it that I found it interesting. And if you don't, I get it. There'll be other videos. Anyway, hang in there if you got some interest in this topic. If you like what I'm doing, hit the like and subscribe and the notification. Come to our live streams when we talk about things like this openly. Anyway, let's get back to it.
So usó 4 pomadas.
Nada más.
¿Cuánto usó? 3 pomadas, dijo 3.
4
Y luego poquita marihuana.
Sí,
¿Y qué más?
Nada más.
Al asiento de frente, ¿qué es lo blanco? ¿Es cocaína?
No, no traigo cocaína. Sí.
¿Qué es?
Nada, eso yo no sé de qué hablan, de qué blanco me estás hablando.
En ese envase. ¿Qué es eso?
¿Cuál envase, señor?
Es como en la charola donde se fuma. Hay blanco. ¿Qué es? ¿Es nomás la pura ceniza o...?
Sí, no, nada, me estaba fumando eso, nada más, y lo fumé allá en la casa. Mire, eso era para, yo fumo, consumo, la verdad, yo estoy en mi casa. Estoy trabajando en el taller de la carne, no estoy tratando a nadie. Yo tengo mis celulares, corazón, me lo voy a enseñar. Tengo el celular de corazón. yo estoy relajado con eso. Mi esposa no sabe que fumo, mi mamá tampoco sabe que fumo eso. Ellos saben que fumo marihuana, pero yo les gusta saber eso. Pero miren, yo no estoy dudando a nadie. Revise todo el carro, no tengo ningún problema. Yo más quiero que usted mire, yo no estoy arrestado. Por favor, no quiero hacer apague a la mamá en ese sentido. Yo se lo juro que no me voy a dar nada.
Okay.
Miren.
Lo voy a ayudar lo cuanto que yo pueda, ¿ok?
Pero en el sentido de que usted no tiene que dar arrestado ahorita. Por favor. Mi mamá, se lo juro hablar a mi mamá.
Déjenme lo ayudo, ¿ok? Espérate un segundo.
As you can see, he's picking up a bunch of pills there. There's probably 20, 30 pills there. So I don't know that this guy's just personal consumption or not. It's hard to tell with the closed caption and not understanding Spanish that it's relaying the right information. But as I'm picked up on this, he claims personal use. He's got a problem. He's reaching out to the officer for help. But yeah, I think this is way above and beyond personal consumption myself, even if he's 6 a day or whatever, if he did that many. And he smokes it. And I've heard that before. I've heard that they smoke this shit. It's beyond me.
Forgive me, I'm a little nervous. I'm used to having a rock and roll band behind me when I have a microphone in front of me. During the time that I've been given to share my testimony here, I think it's important to note before I start that in these 5 minutes I'll be speaking that somebody in the United States will die of a drug overdose, and it is almost a 72% chance that during those 5 minutes it will be fentanyl related. Having started that way, Chairman Brown, Ranking Member Scott, and esteemed committee members, thank you for having me. I know this is a bit of a curveball, but I like a little baseball myself. My name is Jason D. Ford, but to most I am known as Jelly Roll. It is important to establish earlier that I am a musician and that I have no political alliance. I am neither Democrat nor Republican. In fact, because of my past, my right to vote has been restricted. Thus far, I have never paid attention to a political race in my life. Ironically, I think that makes me the perfect person to speak about this because fentanyl transcends partisanship and ideology, gentlemen and women. This is a totally different problem. And I was speaking outside to the media, and I gave them a statistic that said 190 people a day overdose and die every single day in the United States of America. That is about a 737 plane. That's what about a 737 aircraft can carry. Could you imagine the national media attention it would get if they were reporting that a plane was crashing every single day and killing 190 people? But because it's 190 drug addicts, we don't feel that way. Because America has been known to bully and shame drug addicts instead of dealing and trying to understand what the actual root of the problem is with that. But the sad news is that narrative is changing too, because the statistics say that in all likelihood, almost every person in this room has lost a friend, family member, or colleague to the disease known as addiction.
¿Sí me da oportunidad de revisar el vehículo?
Usted me va a llevar arrestado por mi pastilla.
¿Mande?
Usted me va a llevar arrestado. Ya estoy arrestado, ya voy a llevarme arrestado por
sí.
pastillas.
Sí.
Pues se consumió, pues ya me voy arrestado. Y una persona
Sí. ¿Sí me da permiso de revisar el carro, sí o no?
Ok, sí, sí.
Sí, ok.
Oiga, por favor, ¿puede hacer una llamada, hermana, nada más?
Ahorita hacemos todo eso, ¿ok? Ahorita hacemos llamadas. Ahorita. Two, 477, count clear for 28, Canada, Mexico.
I've attended more funerals than I care to share with y'all. This committee, I could sit here and cry for days about the caskets I've carried of people I loved dearly, deeply, in my soul, good people, not just drug addicts. Uncles, friends, cousins, normal people. Some people that just got in a car wreck and started taking a pain pill to manage it. One thing led to the other. And how fast it spirals out of control, I don't think people truly understand. So many people. Equally, I think it's important for me to tell y'all that I'm not here to defend the use of illegal drugs. And I also understand the paradox of my history as a drug dealer standing in front of this committee. But equally, I think that's what makes me perfect to talk about this. I was a part of the problem. I am here now standing as a man that wants to be a part of the solution. I brought my community down. I hurt people. I was the uneducated man in the kitchen playing chemist with drugs I knew absolutely nothing about, just like these drug dealers are doing right now when they're mixing every drug on the market with fentanyl, and they're killing the people we love.
Calling for 28.
It's gonna be 990 Lincoln Ton, 990 Ton Lincoln Ton, out of New Mexico.
Returning to a block 2013 GMC at the negative
10 for direct. Also, the male individual 15 gave consent to search the vehicle. We're doing a search at this time. Véngase, bájese. Bájese.
Tú no estimas.
¿Ah? ¿Por qué se puso las... Arréglese eso.
He's trying to slip those cuffs. He was trying to get him down under his knees and then pull his legs through. He certainly was. Wow. I also noticed this video and audio is off. It's been that way for most of the video. If it was in English, I would have already fixed it, but I don't know Spanish well enough to cut out the little bit to get it lined back up. But it's definitely a few seconds out of whack. I just really starting to annoy me a little bit. Anyway, I can't do much about it. All right, slipping the cuffs.
Ok, véngase para acá. ¿Qué es lo que tiene? Voy a revisar el vehículo, ¿ok? Como ya hemos dicho. A cualquier minuto que usted quiere que yo pare, me deja saber, ¿ok? Tome asiento.
Estoy bien parado, gracias.
Tome asiento.
Estoy bien parado, gracias.
Tome asiento, tome asiento, tome asiento.
No me lleves arrestando. Por favor, no me lleves arrestando.
Tome asiento primero. Tome asiento. Tome asiento. Tome asiento. A cualquier minuto que no quiere que revise el carro, me deja saber, ¿eh?
Señor, nada más haga un favor, márquela a mi hermana, por favor.
Ahorita le llamamos, ¿ok?
No, no me lleve arrestado. Por favor, no me haga esto.
Ok, ahorita le llamamos, pero si me entendió lo que le dije. A cualquier minuto que no quiera que revise el carro, me deja saber, ¿ok? Me grita, ¿ok?
Yo también le estoy diciendo algo, por favor.
Ahorita acabando esto, le llamamos a su hermana, ¿ok?
No, mejor vámonos directamente a que me lo revisen en otro lugar y llévenme alguna vez a la cárcel. Yo para que de una vez le hable a mi hermana, porque mi hermana después se va a poner muy mal porque es lo único que tiene.
Ok.
Yo soy el que les ayuda a mis sobrinitas y a ella.
¿Me da permiso de revisar el carro, sí o no?
Vámonos a la cárcel, llévenme a la cárcel una vez, ya no quiero estar aquí.
Ahorita vamos a ir,
No, ya.
pero voy a revisar el
No,
carro.
llévenme.
¿Me da permiso, sí o no?
No, vámonos.
¿No?
Ya que venga el que lo revise al rato.
¿Mande?
Ya que lo revisen luego si quieren, no pasa nada, vámonos.
Tiene que ser ahorita.
No, yo
Acabando de esto, le doy su llamada. Y ya de ahí nos vamos, ¿ok?
No, yo no me quiero ir con usted. Si usted me da el favor de hacer con una llamada con mi hermana ahorita, sí hago lo que usted tiene que hacer.
¿Quiere llamar primero? ¿Qué es el número de teléfono de su hermana?
505.
¿Ok?
Yeah, this is crazy. What's this cop doing? It's almost like he doesn't want him to find. I mean, the cop almost doesn't want to search the car. He's already given him permission. I brought him out there to sit down and told him that any time you want me to stop, you tell me to stop. I get it. He's already given him consent. There's no doubt about that. And now he's saying, well, no, he doesn't want it to happen because it's his sister's car, and she's going to be upset with him because her car's going to be part of it's already part of it, dude. Now he's going to let him call his sister. And as best I can tell, and not knowing Spanish, I'm sure I'm missing something here because closed caption's not that accurate, but it seems like he's almost talking to her. He mentions the house and the car and this, that, and the other, almost like he wants to call her to give her a heads up that this is happening to him and that they might want to be aware of it. For what reason? That it may be happening to them real soon at the house. I don't know. But it just seems like all of a sudden he gets real talkative, and you can tell by his tone and his attitude that it's more, it's almost like he's, well, you make it out for yourself. Again, I don't speak Spanish. I'm just going by tone and everything else and what closed captions doing. But this cop's starting to tick me off because he already has gotten consent to search it more than once. But now he brings him out there to have him sit and witness it. I've seen an awful lot of searches take place where they never leave the back seat of the car. I'm not sure what this is all about. Something's a little different.
My radio's knocking off. My apologies. What's going on? No, I'm searching the vehicle now. Well, but no one's out with me. Okay. If you could send me a 46, please. Thank you, ma'am. Bye-bye.
All right, so wait a minute here. Maybe I'm reading too much into this. So he started to make the phone call to this guy's sister, and he gets interference call from dispatch. So they've called him on his phone, not the radio, called him on his phone. The radio interfered with it, and he tells them that he's getting ready to search the car. Dispatcher basically asked him if he has backup out there. He goes, no, go ahead and send me 46. That's backup. So probably because it's procedure, I watch a lot of these videos, and never do you see a search take place solo. I'm sure there's an occasion, but there's backup there. I mean, even the guy that they caught putting drugs in the Tennessee or wherever it was, that cop, Arkansas, I can't remember, but he got busted planting drugs in cars, and he had a backup there. So to me, that's standard procedure, because the dispatcher is, you can't hear it, but it's like, so you have backup there? No. You go ahead and send me a 46. Something's just not right here. You let me know what you think in the comments. I may be reading too much into this, but I watch a lot of these videos. I mean, a lot. I've watched over a half a dozen today. So you let me know what you think. Am I reading too much into this, or does this really seem odd to you?
Monday.
No, ¿No me dejas hablar con ella?
¿Mande?
¿Puedo hablar con mi hermana?
Sí, sí, lo estoy llamando. No me contestó la primera vez, pero a ver si contesta esta, ¿ok? ¿Ok? ¿Cómo se llama?
Carolina.
¿Carolina?
No, you have the wrong number.
Ok, sorry. 505.
620.
Ok.
78.
68.
78. 04.
Carolina, ¿verdad? Muy bien. Hello. Hello. ¿Es Carolina? Hello. ¿Es Carolina? Hola, soy el oficial García con el Departamento Estatal de Nuevo México. La razón por la llamada, tengo a su hermano aquí. Lo paramos en el vehículo que tenía y tenía unas drogas con él. So va a estar arrestado hoy, pero él quiere hablar con usted. So le va a pasar el número, ¿ok? ¿Mande? Se lo tendría que llevar a la grúa por donde estamos ahorita. No podemos esperar, desafortunadamente. Pero yo le llamo y le doy toda la información, ¿ok? Ok, muy bien.
Ya, negra. Hey. Ya la cagué. Me agarraron aquí en la carretera. Yo iba para la casa con el carro. Y yo veía que ya pedían como 500 pastillas. ¿Sabes? Yo creo que no se puede aplacar porque me dan 500 pastillas y que demuestra nada más. No traigo nada más en el carro. Traigo mi dinero, traigo nada más. Pero esto, si puedes nomás hacer una llamada o para verme o algo, mande. Yo te escucho. Yo sé, esa pinche vieja me la fichó allí. Como yo doy mi primera y el pedo fue que yo cuando las vi, cuando me probé el oficial, yo quise esconderlas en mi pantalón y me las dio.
Okay, at the beginning, he mentions house several times. Of course, closed caption's not picking it up all the way, but he brings up house several times. Now, look at this. When I tried, the officer, I wanted to hide them in my counter, and he saw them. Now, they obviously have counter wrong. It was probably the car or something, but, I mean, he's sitting here basically admitting that he was trying to hide them, and she knew about it. She knew about the pills. So this isn't just an addiction, because he was crying like, my mom, my sisters, they don't know, they'll be so disappointed in me. No. I'm having more and more of a feeling that this is part of a ring. So hopefully they get information off of it, and the cop that just showed up on the scene, which, by the way, only took a couple of minutes, if you noticed, once, backup is coming. Yeah, maybe they get information off of this that might lead to a bigger thing, but I can't get over this cop, this trooper, why he's allowing all this to happen in the first place. Why is he out? Why is he sitting there? Why is this going on? Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Again, let me know what you think, but something's just not right here. This is definitely strange.
Yo sé, mija, pero la regué. Ya ves que aunque me enamoro yo la cago. Y es que la morra pues me empujó, pero es de la calle y ella se yo las traía. Yo las vi cuando se...
Do you have any evidence bags? Huh? For like, it's just like 40 pills.
Yo sigo con ella 3 fumadas.
Yeah, I'm sorry, people, but I have to bring this up. I mean, even that backup officer was kind of hesitant, kind of looking like, what are we doing here? What's going on? he asked him for evidence bags. Something's just not right here. Again, let me know what you think, but watch the body language on that backup officer when he asked for evidence bags. Even the body language when he walked up was kind of like, what in the hell is going on here? You know, why wasn't their backup called just as soon as he knew he was going to be doing a search? I'm almost sure it's protocol. I can check. I'll go to the New Mexico State Police and I'll check their rules and regs and so on and see if that's protocol. Something just doesn't seem right.
I'll be honest with y'all, my desire is to only get older and only do better and be better. I believed when I sold drugs genuinely that selling drugs was a victimless crime. I truly believe that, y'all. My father always told me what doesn't get you in the wash will get you in the rinse. Now I have a 15-year-old daughter whose mother is a drug addict. Every day I get to look in the eyes of a victim in my household of the effects of drugs. Every single day. And every single day I have to wonder, if me and my wife, if today will be the day that I have to tell my daughter that her mother became a part of the national statistic. History repeats itself, gentlemen. Even in the 1990s, crack cocaine had long made its way into my middle lower class neighborhood. And at that moment, even as a teenager, you could have never convinced me in that moment that there would be a far bigger problem on the horizon in the form of a pharmaceutical drug. And then I watched opioids and Oxycontin burst onto the scene. I'm here to tell y'all that fentanyl is going to make the Sackler family look like saints. And I want to let y'all sit with that for a second. It is time for us to be proactive and not reactive. We were reactive with crack, we were reactive with opioids, and y'all are taking the first step at somebody in Senate finally being proactive. I truly believe in my heart that this bill will stop the supply and can help stop the supply of fentanyl. But in part of being proactive, gentlemen and women and ladies, I have to be frank and tell y'all that if we don't talk to the other side of Capitol Hill and stop the demand, we are going to spin our tires in the mud. Y'all are taking the first step, but I encourage you to take it outside of this room and you take it to your colleagues and your constituents and you give them the most that you can.
Monday. Sí, ellos llevan la llave del carro porque se va en el carro así.
It's gonna be a Camry.
Yo no sé qué va a pasar conmigo, pero si eran como unas 30, no sé. Pero a ver qué pasa.
What's that? That's fine. I have that, and then what's in the car? I think there's some coke in there and weed. So, yeah.
So that's it. That's where the video cuts off. Now, am I wrong here? I mean, I don't even need to understand Spanish that well. I mean, it's obvious that he said, the closed caption said 40 batteries, but it's 40 pills. And he also answered one of her questions with, I didn't see them. Like, you know, how come he didn't get rid of it ahead of time or what? I don't know what the question was. I'm assuming here, but I think there's more to this than just his personal use. Hopefully, they picked up on it and have enough information. And, of course, they're using law enforcement's telephone there to make that call. So, you know, they have all that information. They can find the source to it. But hopefully that's the case. Because I think what you have here is a mule and or a close connection to it. You don't just carry 40 of those around for your personal consumption. He swears up and down that that's all it is, but he's a criminal. That's what they do. They lie. It's right. So, yeah, interesting video. Not as entertaining as some, not as educational as some. Well, a little bit of education here because this, I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen a cop get consent more than once then pull them out and have them sit down on the ground and tell them, okay, anytime you want me to stop, you say so. Well, I want to call and talk to my mom and my sister. Okay, well, here, let's let you call them. What in the world, huh? Anyway, do you find that as crazy as I find it crazy? I've just never seen a situation like that. Normally they'd leave them in the back of the car, they'd search it, do an inventory on it, call a tow truck. You know, he was talking about wanting his sister to come get the car. You know, boy, I don't know. And then it ends right there. You got me. Oh, well.
These people crave reassurance that their elected officials actually care more about human life than they do about ideology and partisanship. I stand here as a regular member of society. I am a stupid songwriter, y'all, but I have firsthand witnessed this in a way most people have not. I encourage y'all to not only pass this bill, but I encourage you to bring it up where it matters, at the kitchen table.
That's the best I can do with that video. I'm proud of Ram. If you're still here, I guess you had a little interest in it also. Hit the like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Become a member. Come around. Hang out at the live streams. Get involved in the chat and so on and so forth. Until the next time we meet, I be gone.
Jesse, don't go! Jesse, no!
I'm sorry, Daisy, but I'm a loner. And a loner's gotta be alone. Yeah!